Good morning, Guyana. Good morning. Welcome down to another installment of Fun, Fit, and Healthy on the TBN network. I have in studio for you a lot of shoulders. We really have to spread out this table today to make room for all the shoulders in the house today. We are hosting two of Guyana's elite bodybuilders in the country. I'm not going to introduce them. They're going to introduce themselves, and they're going to give us a bit of an overview of what their lives have been participating in the health and fitness industry in this country. These guys, I personally know, are phenomenal athletes. If the camera, you're going to see them on camera, you're not going to do them justice. You got to see them in person. Again, there is a bodybuilding show on December 18th. Mark that on your calendar, save that date. December 18th, where it's all going down to the National Culture Center, where you get to see Guyana's best and premier athletes, the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, on stage. And we have two in studio today to give you guys a bit of insight into their lives, into their journeys, into what they currently do, and they're going to give you guys a lot of information regarding health and fitness related matters on the show. As always, our platform is about dispensing valid information. Our platform is about giving you credible information about the strength sports and all things comprising health and fitness. So without further ado, I'm going to go to the gentleman on my farthest left, Mr. Let him introduce himself. You can go ahead and let the people know who you are and give them a bit of insight into who you are.
Well, hey guys, my name is Darius Ramsamy, aka on Instagram and everywhere Razor Ramsamy. So that's my bodybuilding name, and I do health and nutrition and try to get Guyana moving. That's one of my biggest goals. So with that being said, let me introduce everybody else. So we have Nicholas.
Hi guys, Nicholas Albert. All this could get me from Instagram. Actually, I do personal training. I train at Space Gym, and I want to get the younger people in the sports and make let it do more like health stuff and stuff like that.
All right. Great. Thanks so much, guys. It's a pleasure having you guys on stage. I'm going to start with you, Darius, because, everybody knows you got a very popular social media platform that you dispense your information on a daily basis. Yeah. But what I know from you, your history, you were a cyclist, right? So tell us a bit about how did you transition from cycling into sport of bodybuilding?
Well, it's not going to look good on Guyana's roadway. It's hot. But, however, I used to do cycling when I used to live abroad. And I grew up basically doing sports through cycling. I ended up obtaining my personal training certificate. And when I returned back to Guyana and started my life, I noticed that the roadways was a little bit too intimidating to do cycling here because
I'm Boston, right?
Everybody is in a rush to go basically nowhere. So I decided to hang up my cycling trunks and put on my bodybuilding trunks. So I continued working in the gym because a big part of being fit as a youngster, I had access to a gym. And I ended up stepping on stage with some influence of a fellow named Spongy. Right?
Shout out to Marvin Moses.
Right? So, with the influence of him, I stepped on stage. In reality, I didn't want to go on stage because, as a young male, I didn't feel comfortable in showing hundreds of people me and my, let's put it in what it is, in my underwear. Right? So he convinced me, and I stepped on stage, and I absolutely enjoyed it. The crowd was captivating. The response, I can't help to say the response from the ladies also that kept me coming back. But most, what kept me coming is that 1 minute, that 60 seconds that it give you for your time when no one else is on stage and all the attention is on you. I absolutely love that. It's a little bit vain, it's a little bit narcissistic, but whatever.
What I can tell you, like when you just described that, you said this when Kevin was here on the show, like the energy that you get from competing, it's bar none. Like the kind of stimulation you get from actually doing the hard work,
The
and then
dopamine, the rush.
it's a rush,
Right?
It's a
With
rush.
100, especially if you have ever attended an international show, right? Hundreds of people screaming for you. These people never seen you before in their life, right?
Right.
But they heard your name on the commentators and they're screaming your name. They're
Right.
clapping, they're whistling.
And you respond to what you're seeing.
Right?
Right,
So
there you
that
go.
gives you more motivation to come back just to give them that response again.
Okay.
Right?
Indeed,
Boosting your ego in the way also.
Indeed.
Right? And
The
it
right
doesn't-
part of your ego.
Right? And it doesn't help that being in a diet and going to competition keeps you in the best shape of your life, so you can rip off your shirt at any given moment. And do like what my friend Cole likes to do, right? Jog down the street.
Yeah. Well, it's more therapeutic than anything else, though. Yeah. So, Nick, give us a bit of insight into how your journey into bodybuilding started.
Okay, my journey into bodybuilding. Naturally, my journey into bodybuilding started by going to the gym normally. I started to see transformation. Body started to look good. Well, have a guy walk up to me and tell me I look like a boxer.
Hey,
Look like, I look like a boxer. So you can do boxing,
Right.
all right? But then I didn't know there was bodybuilding going on in the gym, so I tell him I could do bodybuilding. When I research and see what is bodybuilding, I fall in love with it.
Yeah.
All right, so I end up and pick that
Right.
the bodybuilding stuff.
Yeah, because nobody punching your face.
Yeah.
I personally, like that's the same thing. Like everybody would look at you, think you look like a boxer because you have the shoulders, right? But
So,
I ain't gonna have
at that time, no muscle, no kind of muscle, but just definition.
Yeah, the form.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, the
definition.
lines. And there's another thing people need to understand about bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a very, very intense sport, but most of us have the symmetry. You can
That's
see
right.
the lines. You
That's
can
right.
see the potential that your body has, and you would be able to achieve greatness if you kind of stick to like you guys did and really focus on detailing and creating and specializing in the craft. One thing I want to get to, Darius, both of you want to ask you guys. Darius, for you, what were some of the challenges? Because people at home watching, right? Everybody has and again, I don't want to be too mean. Everybody has an excuse as to why they're not trying to get in shape or trying to focus on themselves.
Understand.
So Darius, what were some of the hurdles you had to overcome to actually achieve where you are? Because let's not kid ourselves. There's always going to be challenges in life. There's always going to be things in front of you.
Yeah.
So what were some of the challenges you experienced that kind of might have stymied you a bit, but then you kind of pushed past those adversities and now you're raised up?
Well, I had an unfair advantage, right? Let's put it into perspective. But otherwise than that, one of the challenges is just being a teenager, being a youngster, right? You want to go out party, you want to enjoy yourself. Health and nutrition and longevity, right? Some of these things you have to mitigate. But I understand when you're young, you want to get that out of the way. So one of the challenges I had is being dedicated to one craft, right? At the point, I used to do cycling. I still go in the gym. I still go partying. Still have to work, right? That's taken away from things. That's a lot of things that are on your plate. So when I dropped two of those things, which is cycling and partying, right? I had time to focus on other two, which is work and the gym. But in excuses wise, right? There's always an excuse. I stubbed my toe. I didn't eat. There was nothing in the house. And my mom doesn't cook healthy stuff. She just cook curry and so on.
Hey, it was not curry, man. Curry is delicious.
That's my favorite.
Curry, right? But that's one of the major excuses you hear. Right? I can't lose weight because the household doesn't have this. But what I have to advise you is you don't need to change your diet. You just need to get up and start. Right? Start today, and everything else is going to fall into place.
There you go. Well, there you have it, guys. One of the guys' top competitors telling you, giving you the rubric. How about you, Nick? What were some of your challenges of getting into bodybuilding and let people know? Again, you share what you want to share. You don't necessarily have to go too deep, but let people know what's going on.
Well, one of my challenges was like eating. All right, eating anything like with the or just eat and stuff like that. All right. I believe that like when you do not have a fast metabolism, and you're just sitting and resting all day and not doing nothing, you just get, big, puffy, sloppy,
right?
Nothing. All right. So actually, I take that as something like going into the gym and get it more like something easier for me by working out. Working out now, gonna make it more easier on you for your body. Like burn things more faster for you, speed up your metabolism.
Speed up, right. The bodybuilding does that. Lifting weights does that.
Just like it's like sitting down on a desk all the time, all day, eating junk food. All right, it tastes good. Yeah. Everything tastes good.
It's delicious.
Everything tastes good. All right.
Yeah.
So when you're not doing nothing, you just see you putting on size.
Right.
All right. You talk to your trainer, man. Nothing happened to me, and this didn't happen to me. Why? Because you're just sitting all day, doing nothing. You're not moving around.
So to overcome that, you don't have to really get into the proper mindset.
Yeah. So that pushing me like to be disciplined and everything. All right. I will be off season. I could be off season right about now and still being lean, not fully lean for a stage.
Right.
But
because you have the discipline, and you try to.
Right.
Right, you try to stay.
Because a lot of people ask me already, like, you on a diet? It's like, no, why?
No. I don't say that. What diet is that? He's genetically gifted. Right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing you got to be mindful of. We spoke about this early in the week. Tuesday we had a conversation about genetics. So genetics do play a big role in your success as a bodybuilder, yes. But it for you at home who are not necessarily competitive like Darius and Nick, you have to still have the right mindset to push through your deficits in your genetic gifts, right? Because everybody has the capacity to improve. We all have it.
But sorry about that. I think like in these days now, a lot of people for excuse, everybody does have an excuse. Right. And say like if they see a bodybuilder in the gym, like say like Darius, you're gonna see me and stuff like that. They're gonna be like, man, I can't get that. It's like, what?
Yeah, what?
Man,
What's
genetics, man.
Genetics is not all. Genetics gives you an advantage.
Yeah.
But if you're not trying to get on stage, or you're not trying to do what you guys do, chase that pro card, then you can do it for yourself and still look good. And that's the point I want to emphasize to you guys at home, is that these guys are elite performers. They have good genetics, so they understand, they have the knowledge of how to build a body, build a physique, and they've been doing this for. Darius, how long you been?
4 years.
4 years and
2.5.
See, 4 years, 2.5 years, 6 years on stage on the table.
4 years
of serious, serious, right?
Yeah, 2 years seriously focusing on bodybuilding. but 4 years
in the journey.
In the journey,
right?
Since I stepped on stage the first time, it concludes 4 years.
But no one do not believe. Like when I tell them 2.5, they don't want to believe. Like what? You on drugs?
But 2.5 years of focus and discipline, and this is the thing.
Yeah, discipline.
Again, so this is what that's why I want to bring these people like these gentlemen on the show, to let you know that this thing is possible. What we've been spouting here is not fallacies. These are things that work once you put in the work and you try to change your mindset. It's all about mindset. It starts here first.
That's right.
It always starts here. The mind does, or the body does what the mind believes, and this is something we need to start promoting more.
That's right.
So Darius, let me talk to you, because both of you guys are personal trainers too, right? So what are some of the things that you would tell your clients to keep them motivated?
Well, everybody have different means of motivation. Depends on the age of the client, depends of what they're into. Most people, the younger generation just want to look good for the females, to boost their ego so they can be more confident in every walk of life.
Which is good.
The older clients, they just want to stay healthy so they can play with the kids, the grandkids, and so on. So you have to find, that's why it's named personal training. Right. You have to find what that person's need for motivation. Everybody's not going to be the same, right? So it's individualized. So you just have to get on a level with that person and figure it out, and just tell them, hey, listen, we have a wedding to go to, right? we want to look better than the groom.
That's right. That's right.
We want to look better at the groom. Right?
Yes, yes.
If they got 12 bridesmaids and it was like 7, but if we got 12 bridesmaids, we want all of them to be staring at us, not even at the groom.
Right.
So we want to make an impression when we go there, right? That's a boost of ego. Oh yeah, I could look at it. I could go to a wedding and be the main attraction when the main attraction is supposed to be the bride and the groom. Right?
We're not really supposed to do that though. But we are motivated.
That's stuff that will drive most people.
Right.
Or we're gonna say, hey, we're just trying to fit into this dress, right, and look good, and we're gonna work towards that.
Push them towards the end.
Right, and you're getting healthy in the process.
Right. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
What you, Nick? What were some of the things you
We'll tell
try
the
to
client.
with clients to keep them motivated, to keep them coming, and keep them focused on their goals?
Okay, so mostly like you gotta say females. Females. All right.
Yeah, you can say females.
Yeah, females. So say like this bottle. This is one of my client. All right. She gonna come into the gym. She gonna be like, okay, well, I'm fat or I'm skinny and stuff like that. I don't know if I could do this. Well, for me, I will be like, you know what? You got to be straight up with yourself. You want this for yourself.
Right.
This for you. Everything what you doing here right about now is for you.
Right.
All right. You're not paying me just because I want this money, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this for you and everything. Okay. I'm giving you my time and every single thing. Now, all right. So are you gonna be like, you know what? Listen to me carefully. You're gonna get people gonna come to you and tell you like, you know what? Why are you going to the gym? Why are you going to the gym for? You're too fat. All right. People gonna tell you things like they will not tell you straight up.
Yeah.
But they're just showing you off your goals and stuff like that.
Correct.
But
That does happen.
I'm gonna just walk up to you and tell you, watch, listen to me. You're gonna take you some time. You will not see improvement 5 or 3 days or how you want to see it. You will not see it, but you got to stick around to see improvement. All right. You need to be like really strong on your mindset. Everything hopping on top here first.
Right.
All right. So you need to strengthen mind before you start on the body and stuff like that.
Correct.
So you don't worry what people say. At the end of the day, you need to look at it like when people tell you any single thing, that's gonna be a challenge to you. The whole thing is that if you want to take it from them, or you just look at them, you know what? Talking madness.
Right. Good. So what so there's continuity in the messaging, right?
If that doesn't work, right, another thing you can do is go on Instagram, pull out the baddest Instagram body, right? with a nice still. Listen, right?
You can look like that. Put something in front of them.
Right? Yeah, I guarantee you can look like this. All you need to do is be consistent, right? We got this, hands down.
Keep motivated. So again, what I'm drawing from you gentlemen is 3 main things I drew from what you guys said. You have to understand your client. You have to understand what your client needs are.
Yeah.
Right? Similarly, at home, you have to understand what your needs are.
Correct.
Secondly, is that you must be able to use consistency and credible things to get you there.
It needs to be relatable.
And lastly, trust in the process. Because both of you said more or less the same thing.
Correct.
You have to trust the process, guys.
That's right.
It doesn't happen overnight, as Nicholas said. It takes time. You can't come to the weekend and next week you're like, what the results there? You understand?
The results waiting, just gotta go.
It's there. Everybody has, and they show we try to talk this terminology. Under muscled. You're not fat. You're not over. You're under muscled.
That's right.
And we understand this keenly. The more muscle you have, the more fat you can burn.
That's right.
I understand. So we've been saying this on the show a lot. Don't be afraid, especially for the ladies. And again, you guys might have encountered this in the gym with female clients, thinking that if they lift weights, they're gonna
like that one, like you say in that one day. So the night before, I was doing legs. So I walked to the bar to do my squat. So the lady was looking at me. She was like, you look good and stuff like that, but too much. I don't want all of that muscle. But I go to walk up to her. I could walk up to her and tell her, it take me a lot to get here. All right, it take me a lot to get here, and you gotta do more to get there. But don't think if you pick up a dumbbell, you're gonna look like me,
Right.
stuff like that. Because most females, soon as they come into the gym, they're like, you know, I don't want to look like you. This is too much of shoulders.
Yeah.
Too much of shoulders. Too much of this. But I don't want to look like you.
Correct.
All right?
But
Because what the male have,
Right.
you do not have.
Correct.
All right?
Testosterone.
Yeah.
So let's break it down into scientific, right?
Right.
Males are predominantly dominated with testosterone.
That's
right.
Females is estrogen.
Yeah. Right.
So both males and females has testosterone and estrogen, right?
At high
But
levels.
females, the estrogen is more higher. That's the reason why you guys have your breasts. The
fatty
reason why
tissue.
you guys have the nice, beautiful shape and so on, right? And the males, we're more dominant because we have the testosterone that's used for the deepening of the voice, the hair growth, and so on. Well, obviously the testicles and so on.
Right.
So that being said, right, you guys don't produce enough testosterone to grow, right, at the rate that a male would normally do.
Right.
So it's kind of impossible for you to do it, let's say, naturally, right?
Yeah.
To get to that level. So
Right.
the only thing you're going to do is just make yourself sexy as hell.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
don't worry about going to the gym and picking up 2 weights and be like,
You're gonna look like a bodybuilder.
It's not gonna happen. Yeah.
Definitely not
It's
gonna
not.
happen.
So again, you guys watching, it's important to understand. Again, this is pretty consistent with what we've been sharing on the show. Always try to dispel incorrect narratives about health and fitness and lifting weights. The more muscle your body retains, the better it is for you to lose fat. And that's the primary reason why these guys stay in shape all year round. In addition to the things they do with the diet and all stuff, is that they have muscle.
most of the year, because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, right?
Yeah.
He chooses to stay in shape most year round, right? I like to eat. Right?
No, wait. No, it's not that I choose, because you see, when my diet finish, I eat what I want. It's just that my workout be so intense, everything speed up for me. Right? Every single thing.
You're how old are you?
I'm 22 now.
It's 22. Right.
Yeah,
It's
but
extremely fast.
Me personally,
I know the guy like to eat.
I look good, let's say 2 to 3 months
Out of the year.
Right?
Yes.
But I look good. Otherwise, if I take off my clothes, I still look good.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not going to be shredded. You're not going to see
lines,
details,
definition,
abs,
stuff
and
like
definition and so on. Right? But right, I do follow the shirt nice and good. I look pleasing to the eye. Right? But in reality, right, I go into KFC and picking out a bucket of chicken, right? But at the end of the day, I go to the
balancing,
gym,
right.
I do my cardio, I get my steps in, I'm moving, right?
Right.
So whatever I'm putting in, I'm burning up at least 50% of it.
Correct.
Right? So I'm stimulating my appetite and I'm keep working.
Right, and that is key. That is it's almost getting called it because that is pivotal to the whole thing. This thing about weight loss is all about calories in,
And calories
out. So if you don't have a system where you are burning off the calories you're putting into your body, there's no way. There's no way you're gonna lose the weight. You have to create, and that's how they can do it. They can, because I do the same thing. I tell people all the time. I eat. I work out so I can eat. You understand? We work out so we can eat. And because we're competitors, or I don't compete anymore, but you guys are active competitors. You guys have a program that you follow that gets you to that detail. Point to note, and again, you guys will agree or disagree, man. I'm pretty sure you agree with me. It is not exactly a healthy thing to be so low in body fat all year round. These guys can tell you. If I'm competing, your body, because when we were 3%, where you go on? 3?
Trade? No.
3% is ridiculous.
Shredded. You were 6.
Andreas Moonser. I would say my best conditioning, I would say about 8%.
8.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 8, 9.
8.
Yeah.
All right, good. So it's not exactly healthy for you to have extremely low body fat
percentage.
It's not, right?
Because your brain needs a certain amount of calories,
That's right.
A certain amount of carbs, a certain amount of fat to function, right? Also, your body, your organs still need these nutrients and so on
need
to
to
be
just
functioning,
function.
Correct.
right?
To the point I make, go ahead.
So when you're depleting yourself to that level, right? there's a reason why bodybuilders only do it for one single day, right? They diet for the 12 or the 13 weeks going down, right? Reducing the calories, but after that one day, you have to bring back your body back to where it's comfortable.
Correct.
All right.
So the point I'm trying to make by introducing that bit of information is that you at home, right, already have high body fat percentages, but your goal is to come to a body fat percentage that is most efficient for healthy sustainability, right?
For your organs, your heart, because having a high body fat percentage also tells a lot on your heart and your organs, because there's not only the fat on the skin where you can see, right? There's visceral fats, and visceral fats now keeps, as you get bigger, it keeps pressing against your organs and so on. So it makes it difficult. That's why when you see obese guy walking up stage with him getting to the top of the stage, he's breathing hard. That's not because he's not really exercising. That's because his organs are compressed. Right? There's not enough room to expand. So generally moving.
Hey, we'll talk about this guy. We talk about this shoes in the show. We talk about visceral fat and subcutaneous fat on your skin. We'll tell them a bit about the visceral part, because this is the one we need to pay attention to, because that is what's called your caloric reservoir, right? All your stored calories goes into the visceral part of your body generally. So that is the part we want to try to reduce as much as possible, especially around the midsection, because as we know, heavy body fat percentage also affects your testosterone levels.
Correct. So as the males, right? Now this is where we get a little bit more intellectual. So as your visceral fats goes up, your estrogen goes up with it also, right? Providing you with excess fat tissue in your chest, which be you can perceive it as, let's say, having a small breast. It's not breast per se, right? So once your estrogen has rise, your testosterone dips. So you get moody, you're sad, your lack of motivation, you don't have the energy to move. So as long as you're feeling that way, just get up, do some steps. You can go to the park, it's free, right? Walk around Sundays, Saturdays, just get moving, right? Because right now in Guyana, we have a high level of people that have type 1 diabetes in kids. Obesity is a real problem. If you check out the school system, there's not even physical education in some of these schools, right? And there's a lot of obese little children that have
non-communicable diseases that are on the rise in the country.
That has type 1 diabetes. Now imagine having a child that has type 1 diabetes at, let's say, 8 or 9. What's going to happen if they continue eating like that and reach 16? What's going to happen when they reach adulthood? Right? So you need to start this so you can set a trend for your kids to come.
And I think it needs to start early as possible.
I do agree.
So everybody could know, like, you know what to put in your mouth and what not to put in your mouth.
So bear in mind, we're not just saying, get your kids in the gym. Just get moving, right? I grew up in an era that generally we were told to go outside. This era you're mostly inside, right? You're looking at a screen. Right now you're looking at a screen watching at me, right? But however, we need to get moving a little bit more, right? Like before, you used to gotta beat your kids to come inside. Now we gotta beat the kids to go outside. And when they go outside, they take the phone, whatever, sit down in a car on a tree or something.
Indeed.
Right? So we need to get moving.
Yeah, then they're good. So again, what you guys are sharing here is very, very valuable information. The viewing public should appreciate this, because again, it is not rocket science. It is not something that is impossible to do. But you start and keep that continuity going, and then you build on it and you keep building on it, because our sport, bodybuilding, is very subjective. Let's be honest.
Correct.
Right? There's no such thing as the perfect bodybuilder. There's no such thing. It's very, very subjective. Some people might favor one particular body part over another. Judges, you know, when on stage, how judges can be very, very
particular,
right?
Picky.
But the goal is working on that. Nicholas Smith, work on self. Once you are waking up every day, your lungs have air. Work on yourself. Make yourself a priority. Once you can make yourself a priority, you'll be able to effectively change circumstances in your life. That discipline that comes in one aspect of your life can definitely be translated to other aspects of your life.
Of course, because if you can find 1 hour a day to dedicate to yourself, right, to improving yourself, what happens when you take a different hour and improve it and put it towards, let's say, your work, right? Put it towards, let's say, a lot of people are trying to achieve businesses and so on. Put it towards business, put it towards learning a little bit more, right? You'll be way better because you have the discipline and the drive.
Correct.
Right? So imagine someone that gets up every morning at 4 a.m. and go to the gym. Every single morning without a miss. Rainfall, snow, everything.
Level of discipline definitely is helpful.
Right? That person is an unbeatable person in life because they're so rooted. Right?
Motivated.
Nothing can move them.
Yeah.
Right? So when they reach a problem, will normally break down a person that's a normal person, right? They sit down, they figure it out, and they push through it because they have that self-discipline.
In addition to that, and again, you guys can attest to this. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, right? Tell me if I'm wrong. But exercise, and then the studies are now coming out, they're accumulating empirical knowledge about the benefits of cognitive function from exercise. You understand? Exercise really, really improves the function of your brains, guys. It makes you more astute. It helps to make you more focused, and your brain works better when it has exercise every day. All right, so confirm or deny?
That is true.
That is true.
I would like to add a little bit more on that, right? Because let's say the audience, right, just don't want the brain to be working in proper order, right? So let's speak to the males and females, right?
Bro, you ain't saying nothing to
right?
let people know.
Working out
Bruh.
gives you a better libido. Libido is your, let's say, your
Drive.
sex hormone, right? Where you can go in there and just beat things up, right? For females, right, it does the same thing. It raises your sex drive, right? So you can kill it.
Careful.
So you can lay it down right on your guy, put him to sleep, right? When you get up, you got some nice eggs and wait up, and he's like, wait, how long I was sleeping?
How are you, honey? Would you like to rub your right?
Would you like some juice? Right?
Some juice.
So, get moving, right? Raise every aspect in your life, right? It doesn't only benefit you, it benefits everyone around you. You're not grumpy anymore, right? You're more moody, you're more happy, you smile more, you reduce the wrinkles in your face because you're not frowning all the time, right? So, and you live longer, right? You prolong your lifespan. I mean, it's a little miserable life, but you prolong your lifespan.
Training, working out do learn you a lot.
Yeah.
It learned me a lot too.
Yeah.
It not just learned me like to be motivated, because being motivated is just lost you for like let me see, 2-3 days a week. Because by like okay, you focus on music. You go inside the gym, you focus on this music. This music, gonna like you use pre-workout, right? You damage your weight up. But you listen to the music like every single day, you're gonna lose motivation. But when you have discipline,
goals,
there's something in front of you. You could always remove that and drive through it because it's motivation.
Correct.
All right. So the gym and working out, you don't have to be bodybuilding like I said. You don't have to be bodybuilding to get all of this and, be disciplined and stuff like that.
Right.
You could be disciplined for work. You could be disciplined in any single thing.
Right.
All right? But the whole thing is discipline.
I do agree. 100% agree. There you have it, guys. There you have it. These guys are not telling you anything impossible for you to do. It's quite possible. And, it's important that we try to do these things for ourselves. Guys, one point I was making on the show weeks ago is about the ability exercise has to bring couples stronger together. Because your wife also competes, right?
Yeah.
And you guys have that kind of
bond. Especially in the, let's say, life that we have in modern day, right? Usually before it used to be that the wife stays home, cooks and cleans, look after the kids and so on. Nothing's wrong with that, right? But now it's so that both parties has to be working in order to sustain the lifestyle. So when she's at work for 8 hours, when I'm at work for 8 hours, there's no communication there unless you pick up the phone and text, hey, how is your day going? So when we come home, right, from that 8-hour work, we're tired. So most often we have to do is just eat, go to sleep, prepare for the next day. So having that hour and a half in the evening, together in the morning, working to a single goal, improving ourselves together,
Right.
watching each other grow,
Right.
pushing each other to the limits.
Help improve
It forms a
relationship.
stronger bond between the relationship, right? Because a lot of women complain that there's not enough time that
Yeah.
these males are spending with them, right? That's one thing. Women need time, attention, right?
You know,
The most thing is
you will
attention.
never lie.
The most thing is attention. The
Yo,
most thing is
you will
attention.
never lie. You gotta get a woman that
So,
attention, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
When you're in the gym as a male, right, there's a quick tip. When you're in the gym, right, that's time right there, right? And it's attention because you
Yeah.
got to pay attention because you guys are working out together, right? So what more you want, right?
Yeah.
All you need now is intimacy,
Right.
And you're raising your testosterone level by working out. So you got that covered.
Yeah, so
right?
you gotta get the product to use
That's
the product.
that's 3-in-1 right there.
Yeah,
So
man.
you have no worries.
Yeah,
right?
I hear you.
When you go home, you guys make dinner together, right? You put on some music that you guys like, and you get in the kitchen together,
There you go.
right? And you work. Plus, right? This is a big plus. Females, your man is gonna look 100% better. You're gonna have a gem that's yours. Males, right? You could mill a Frankenstein. You want a big dumpy, you build that, right? The only thing you can't grow is the chest for the females, right?
Yeah.
But everything else,
On point.
everything.
There you go, Darius. Good, guys. So I mean, that's pretty on point with the messaging we've been having on the show. And you know, these guys are really testaments to that information being translated into something good. So we want to thank you for coming on. Before we close for the day, I wanted you guys to tell them about your various services, how they can get you, where if they want to make contact, what tell the people.
Well, as you know, my name is Razor Ramsamy. You can find me on Instagram as Razor Ramsamy, on Facebook as Darius Ramsamy. You can reach out to me. I offer diet and nutrition and personal training, and I also do elderly care. So I do personal training for the elderly, right? Because one of the points that we've been missing, we've been focusing mostly on the youth, mostly on the people that want to look good to go in the club. We're forgetting about the people that brought us here, right, that get us to this level, and there's no one focusing on them, right? They still need to move. They still need to live. They still need to run behind their grandkids. They need to be able to pick them up and enjoy the life that they have left, right? So I focus on elderly care in terms of mobility, getting you to get off the ground just in case you fall, and so on.
All right, great. So guys, there you have it. Nick, what about you? You want to tell people how they can get you? What are you offering?
Well,
Where can find you?
Okay. Well, I think nobody can miss me. They will always find me. So you can find me at Space Gym 1.0, or it could be 2.0. All right, I'll be in all two. So mostly in personal training. I do personal training, often personal training. It don't just have to be personal training too. You show up at the gym, you need help, I will deal with you.
All right, there.
All right?
I appreciate
Because I'm not there for just like, for this kind of stuff.
You're passionate about it.
Yeah, so
yeah.
you need help, I'll help you.
All right, there you go.
All right?
Well, there you
can
go.
find me on Facebook too, Nicholas Albert.
All right.
Quick, before we move on, shameless plug. Shout out the sponsors, right?
Do your thing, man.
Twins Manufacturing, Fitness Express, GTNT, right? Bad Monkey merch where you can cop this fire Vegeta shirt, right? You know what's going on, right? We always gotta be on point, right? And everybody else that's been standing behind me, right? Join the Razor Fitness family and let's get healthy and bring Guyana. Let's use our president motto, one Guyana. See if we can be a fit nation, right? We can live long enough to spend this oil money that we're supposed to be getting.
You talking nothing. You tell no lies.
Let's get this thing moving, people.
Yeah, with you 100%. So we want to thank Darius, and we want to thank Nick for coming on board today, giving you guys the business, giving you guys the rubric to getting to what you want, getting or extracting the benefit from a health and fitness lifestyle. These gentlemen are testaments to that hard work and that stick-to-itiveness that brought them to this level. So we want to really keep you guys encouraged and show you guys look at the product, it's right here. All right, I'm not lying. I have not been lying. Right, on the show that these things are quite doable. These things are quite achievable. So we don't want to tell you lies on the show. We want to make sure that you are getting what is necessary on the platform, right? So Again, your resident trainer, Coel. We have Darius and Nicholas in studio. We're signing off for today. We want to, again, encourage you guys. Oh, that's something you want to share.
Right.
Go ahead.
December 18th is going to be the Miss Guyana competition, as Coel mentioned earlier up in the podcast. And we're going to have the best athletes that Guyana has to offer stepping on that stage,
right.
Male and female. For the female, all the males going to be in little tongue. Right? And for the males, right, all the females going to be in a nice bikini.
Yeah, come out.
So what more do you want? Toned, fit and ready.
There
right?
you go.
So come out, enjoy the eye candy, enjoy the view, right? Take it in. Hope you go home with something, right? And hopefully, in going forward with this podcast, Coel is gonna have a nutrition and health podcast, strictly responding to anything you guys send in about health-wise, how to lose some weight, right? How to think. I would believe that.
Yeah, we currently do. Definitely, something we wanna. We do that already. We currently still do that, but as always, we want to bring everybody in as able to contribute to that. So definitely, and we do appreciate any kind of input we can get to help promote a healthy and fit Guyana. So that's definitely the goal, and that is demanded, right? So
Razor Fitness brand, so you guys can copy merch, right? Don't you guys copy merch. We got the brand coming, right? So this is the Razor Fitness hat, right? So it doesn't have to be a gym wear, as you see where I'm here, but you can wear it backwards. Always, you make sure you look sharp at all times.
There you go, right? Razor. There you go, guys. Darius, Nicholas on board. Again, the goal is to take care of yourself so you can take care of others. So as always, we're signing out. Pleasure having the gentlemen in the studio today. We're going to have them back for sure, and we're going to keep this train moving. So do have a wonderful day, and as always, if you didn't start positively, we want to help you to change that trajectory and make it a positive one. So you guys take care and join us tomorrow for our upper body blast. We will be training you guys and getting you guys what you need to do. All right, so thank you for joining us as always. Take care.